Recording. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Lorelei. Great
How
to
are
see
you?
you again.
Good to see you too, and everyone.
Thanks for all your help during the week. That was very appreciated. And those other people that were helping as well, that was very, very good.
We didn't finish yet. We still have a lot of work to do. So hopefully we'll finish this month. By the end of the month, we will see.
Okay. So welcome back to the 7th week of the spiritual journey, the 2nd year with Lorelei. So how are you?
Okay, thank you.
The last time I saw you was before Christmas. Yeah?
Yes.
But this
was
is
before Christmas.
but this is the start of the second half of the semester, in fact.
Yes.
Do you have any well, have you been enjoying spring?
Yes, very much. We have a very beautiful weather. It's very nice and sunny in France.
Yeah, it's beautiful here too. Beautiful. So
yeah,
I've taken lots of videos, in fact. Okay, so can you remember what we did last time at all?
We were talking about the cards, tarot cards.
Ah, okay. Yes, partly, yes. And we looked at different qualities, as it says in the Bible. Yes. But the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness. Now, can you remember Pilgrim's Progress, the book?
No, I'm afraid I didn't read the Bible recently, or the passages from the Bible, unfortunately.
Okay, not to worry. So this week, I note in the first semester, we talked of those of us who have had past lives. This is not a new concept, even in the Bible. There are a number of references to this, e.g. the blind man. Yes, the blind man, John 9, and his disciples asked him, "Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?"
Right.
Yes. And if the man had sinned, it must have been in a life, a life. Oh, can you see me well on the screen?
Very good. Yes, I also see the Olympic fever cover.
Great. Okay. So, if the man had sinned, it must have been in a life before he was born. In other words, his karma, where one pays for the sins of a previous life in this life, as it is believed in Eastern religions.
Yes.
Yes. Now, it is here that Jesus mentions he is the Son in the Jesus analogy, and that winter is coming. At least that is one interpretation of this verse. We must work the works of him who sent me whilst it is day. Night is coming when no one can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. So here again, the sun can be seen as the expression I am, or in French, je suis, or je suis. Yes, I know. Now, nothing exists without the sun or the son of the creator, at least in our solar system. So back to the notion of having lived many lives and karma. Is this not the story of Legion? Yes. Mark 5:9. Then Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" "My name is Legion," he replied, "for we are many." Yes. So how did Legion get to be many? Conclusion or hypothesis, if you prefer, or spiritual logic. He must have had many other lives, and each life must have had many roles. How many roles must one life have played during his life? 10, 20, 100? A role for this, a role for that. Being in the role of a child, the role of a man, the role of a lover, the role of a worker, a parent, a grandfather, a driver, a swimmer, a boss, a playboy, a hairdresser, a skier, etc., etc. That's just one life. But multiply that by many lives, and you can easily have 1,000. And if those lives were, well, bad lives and good lives together, you may well be like Legion. Yes. In other words, what will stop you getting through the wicket gate? Now, the wicket gate is the gate that you go through in Pilgrim's Progress. So what will stop you getting through the wicket gate is the small roles you play that hold you down, and you think they are the real you as depicted in Gulliver's Travels. Now, the book was written by Joseph Swift, Doctor of Sacred Theology. Did you read that book at university?
No, I haven't. No.
That was that.
Also, there's one thing I have to tell you, and I'm gonna say it to the channel now for everyone that watches. I know that normally, I know it's a Universal Comprehension Academy and this whole esoteric, environment, but yeah, I actually don't believe in past lives. It's not because of my religion, or maybe because scientifically I don't remember anything from my past lives or anything. So yeah, I mean, I know there are many religions, and especially in the Asian cultures, but I don't necessarily, I mean, I can accept that there are people who believe in past lives, but me personally, as I don't remember, yeah, I just have a hard time to believe it. So yeah, I'm not skeptic, just saying, this.
Well,
Don't shout, don't how do we say, don't shoot me now.
don't worry, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't know what I was. If I was a doctor, if I was a man, if I was a woman, if I was an animal, I don't remember any of that. If I was an insect, I don't know.
Okay. Well, the good point is that you don't remember.
Yeah.
Because this life should be better. Yes. So if you don't remember, then you have more chance of succeeding in this life than in past lives. Yes. Simply because you don't remember and you have a better chance. Yes. But you can do some research on the subject and the search of reincarnation. And scientifically, there are a lot of videos, and there are even doctors that study this and have come out with different scientific proofs that people have come back. Yes, like the Dalai Lama.
I saw documentaries with people who give the exact details of the families and how they died and who they were, and they came back and they saw their families. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, as I said, as I don't remember, I don't recall anything. But maybe there's also a trauma. You don't know what happened, so there are so many things.
I don't remember either. Yeah. I don't remember.
Oh,
either.
But you do believe. So
But,
how did you start to believe? What age were
well,
you? How did you discover this? And is it because of the Buddhism or Hindu religion, or what made you believe exactly in
well,
reincarnation, past lives?
oh, there's just so much. It's such a big subject. Yes, enormous. But basically, I've done a lot of studies. Yes, and through those studies, I think it's more than possible. Yes, I mean I can't say 100%, but I think it's more than possible. And so perhaps it's just a belief, but it's belief based on evidence and studies. Yes, so it's something that you come to slowly, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
So so you didn't study
No.
yes, you didn't study Gulliver's Travels. We did in Caen University. We studied Gulliver's Travels as well.
No, I read it myself when I was a child, and I also read it to my daughter recently, but that's all.
Well, that should be good enough, really, for you,
Yeah,
because
it's
you have such a
like,
high level.
remember our teachers. I don't think they would be into Gulliver's Travels so much. I mean, they would be like, "Oh, this is for kids." Like, they're kind of scribe when it comes to that.
Mm. Okay. So anyway,
I think
Gulliver's.
sorry. I think the only children's book that I saw was "We're Going on a Bear's Hunt." That's all. No Enid Blyton, because I proposed Enid Blyton. Come on, let's do Enid Blyton because it's, such a great author. Nothing. They didn't want that. So I said, okay, well, you cannot push forward, so you can study something that,
Well, you can always go for a bear hunt.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice book. I agree. Yeah.
Squish, squish, squish.
Those were going on a bear's hunt for 20 years. It's kind of like you want to think sometimes, like Gulliver or something, Peter Pan. We were talking about Peter Pan 2 years ago, I think, when you came with the Universal Comprehension Academy, but you also came with Olympic Fever. So you were presenting the book the first time, and I was kind of showing also Peter Pan. So that's a great story as well.
Yeah. Peter Pan is all about astral traveling.
Right. It's really beautiful. So,
yeah. Okay. So Gulliver's Travels was one of the more interesting books we studied at university for the first language degree.
yeah.
So Jonathan Swift, Doctor of Sacred Theology. There's a link for that, and I'll put that link under the YouTube video. Lilliputians. There are many levels of understanding to this book. At a basic level, it's a children's storybook. At another level, it's a satirical.
I have a version of Gulliver here. I don't know if you can see.
Well, I'm surprised you can find it that fast. Yeah. You must have all these books right at hand.
Just want to see what year is. Well, it certainly is older than me, but it's such a beautiful book. When I saw it, I said, okay, I must have it. I think it's the 18. I don't think it's 19. Like, it's really old. Just look at the letters.
Yeah.
Beautiful book. Yeah. Oh, this is Gulliver's Travels, everyone. Jonathan Swift. All right, let's go. So you were saying.
So, yes, there are many understandings for this book. At basic level, it's a children's storybook. At another level, satirical book. At another level, it's a highly spiritual book, which you can look at from different perspectives. Number one, Gulliver being the real you. Yes, the real you. Or two, Gulliver surrounded by the lives he has led in his reincarnation, each trying to dominate his real self. Yes. Or three, if we look at the tuning fork principle, then Gulliver is connected to each person in that town. So the sheer weight of those people and the many roles they play would bring him down through sympathetic connections. But being his real self, he could overcome it. So number four, interesting word, Gullible Liver, or from a bird's eye view, a gull. Yes, a bird of the sea. Now, there are many thriller films that are based on people with what is called multiple personality disorders. Do you know?
Yeah, I saw.
Have you seen the film called Fight Club?
Yeah, I saw Fight Club, and I saw oh my gosh, it's one on Netflix right now with that man who had 24 personalities. His name is wait, I'll just check on Netflix. Tell you in a second.
Okay. Well, Fight Club.
1 second. Okay. So his name is Billy Milligan.
Right.
Yeah. So he had 24 personalities. Yeah.
Well, it's great never to be alone, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, he was abused. He's been, he had a horrible childhood, and he tried to kind of protect himself by developing all these personalities, and then he kind of started to show it through art. So yeah, I think it's a very interesting line.
So that's slightly different from having the roles, but it's in the same area. Yes.
Yes.
Developing personalities like that is very, very strong. Roles is really something that everybody has, and yes, because you have the different roles. You get up in the morning, you have to go to work, you have to play the worker, you have to come home, you have to, well, if you've got children, you've got to play the father or the mother. Yes, you're in one of those roles normally all day long, and you sigh a big sigh of relief just before you go to bed, and you think, oh, I got to get on with it all again tomorrow and play all the roles that I need to. Now, Fight Club, Fight Club is a 1999 American film directed by David Fincher and starring Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, and Helena Bonham Carter. It is based on a 1996 novel of the name by Chuck Palahniuk Norton. Norton plays the unnamed narrator who is discontented with his white-collar job. He forms a fight club with a soap salesman, Tyler Durden, Pitt, and becomes embroiled in a relationship with him and a destitute woman, Marla Singer. Now, there's a link to that, and I'll put it under the video.
Okay, yeah.
And it will be on our platform for members. If one then considers the idea of reincarnation and having many lives, each life playing many roles, with the biblical verse about Legion in mind, one can imagine how Legion became Legion, a man with 1,000 personality disorders. The big question is how to heal these inner life roles that try to take over your life every minute of the day. In the analogy of Jesus, it is shown that it is possible to take all these negative roles and put them in a positive position, working for you and not against you. The way to look at this is those demon-like spirits or roles all drowned in a river of higher knowledge. Yes. We can see this some 1,500 years later with the arrival of Shakespeare, again something studied at the university. William Shakespeare was a renowned English poet, playwright and actor born in 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon. His birthday is commonly celebrated on 23rd of April, so just next month, which is also to be the date he died in 1616. Now, there's some links provided. His birthday looked at from a zodiac 8-day cusp point of view. This is the first cusp horoscope that the zodiac signs experience if we go in order, starting from April 17th and ending on April 24th. The Aries Taurus cusp of 8 days. And I have a friend who I'll probably see later tonight, and he was born on the 23rd of April too. So we'll have a little celebration for him. Now,
yeah, of course, definitely.
So in the one that starts 3 or 4 days, when the sign is about to change from Aries to Taurus, yes? So that's the cusp. 4 days before, 4 days after. Some people say it's 3, some people say it's 2, some people say it's just 1. But you can have a 4-day cusp as well, or an 8-day cusp. This instills in people that are born in this slot, yes, in this divide, let's say, great determination and strength to achieve what they have set out to achieve. Some more links provided, and I'll just go through this for you. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is noble in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take up arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's a rub. Hamlet, where meaning abounds. Yes. It's a good time to look at the cosmic triangle.
It is beautiful, and you recited beautifully. Thank you so much for it.
So it's a good time to look at the cosmic triangle. As per this diagram, it will be posted in the Facebook group, the Spiritual Journey 2021. So, Universal Comprehension Lesson of the Week on the Thinkific site as well. So, the main points are negative, cultural, moon, yes. Now that's asleep and unconscious, yes. So neutral. The main points are negative, cultural life, as I say, moon, asleep, robotic, unconscious. Now, if we put that into a reincarnation point of view, yes, a lot of people don't have much of a conscious life in their last life, and so when they are reborn, they come back with their negative mind intact. Yes, so neutral. Now that's another vector. Neutral. Now that's a more esoteric level. I don't know if you can see this.
Yes, I do, yes.
A planetary level, awake, semi-conscious. Now, the laws, divinatory arts, primaries, and reason. Yes.
Yes.
Now, all of those divinatory arts and primaries, this is a vector of reason leading to being positive. Yes, because then you have the positive aspect over here, and here you have the eureka moment. Yes, and the positive occult feelings at sun level, conscious choice making. It's an octave leap with purpose, determination, leading to realization, that eureka moment. Yes. So that's the third vector of the cosmic triangle. And we all have those vectors and we're born with them. Now, to finish with a thought from Shakespeare, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Hamlet to Horatio, and I'll leave a link for that. Now, that's all for this week. I hope to see you next week. Still, well, next week for the 8th week of the spiritual journey, 2nd year. Okay, and that will be next month.
Oh, it's not April's Fool. I was just thinking. No, it's not. I was thinking, what is he saying?
No, but it will be in April. Okay.
Yeah, it will be in April.
In 7 days' time. Yes. So
well,
until then, don't go away. But we'll get goodbye here.
I forgot to say happy birthday to all the Yaris. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Bye. See you all next week.
Right. Okay. Bye for now.
Goodbye. Have a wonderful